Human history holds a vast number of yet unsolved mysteries and enigmas, many tied to mysticism and magic. Naturally, these are daunting and resist rational explanation. Hello, you're on the NSK Show channel, and today we'll discuss books purportedly written by the devil himself. The Giant Codex. The Giant Codex is deemed one of the world's most famous manuscripts. Supposedly written in the 13th century in the Benedictine monastery in the Czech town of Podlaží, it contains the complete Bible, works of Josephus Flavius, etymologies of Isidore of Seville, the Czech Chronicle of Casimir the Prague, and other texts, all in Latin. The Codex features a full-scale image of Satan, earning it the moniker Devil's Bible. But what's impressive is its size. The largest handwritten book in Western European tradition, comprising 310 parchment sheets, nearly 90 centimeters tall and almost 50 wide. Originally 320 pages, it lost 2 and had 8 removed. Who did it? When? And why? Another unsolved mystery, much like what information was stored within. Writing this book required sacrificing 160 animals, presumably donkeys or, some argue, calfskin sheets. The Codex likely aimed to contain the Benedictine order's knowledge, the oldest Catholic monastic order, founded in the 6th century. Hence, the secretive knowledge it held remains a matter of speculation. Its author remains unknown, with indirect evidence suggesting a single writer over 20 or perhaps 30 years. According to another legend, it's attributed to monk Herman, imprisoned for disciplinary issues, who completed the manuscript overnight, supposedly summoning the devil's aid. Whether true or not, the book boasts strict symmetric text layout. Margins and line count are consistent throughout. Each sheet features intricate grid-line rulings. Analyses confirm the book was written by one person, using a script atypical for the time. The handwritten font is so uniform, resembling modern print, with varying letter heights based on content. It also contains numerous notes and additions by later authors, signifying study, teaching, and use. The Gnostic Gospels. The Gnostic Gospels belong to early writings of Christian Gnostics, a compilation of several books in leather binding, penned in the 4th century in Coptic. They include the Gospels of Truth, Egyptians, Mary, Eve, Thomas, Nicodemus, Mani, and even Judas. But first, let's understand Gnosticism. It was a philosophical religious movement predating Christianity, lasting about 500 years, encompassing esoteric and mystical teachings rooted in ancient rituals. Gnostics viewed our world not as benign, but as an imperfect and unpleasant place to escape. These principles merged with Christian teachings, prioritizing goodness and light. Why Orthodox Church and Christian Gnostics diverged, influencing factors, and the cause remain unknown. The answers might lie within these teachings. Deeply concealed, they remained unknown for nearly 2 millennia. Discovered in 1945 in southern Egypt, they're considered the early Christian secretive books. Debates on their content persist. Some view them as lost Bible books, others as fabrications. Whether true or not, the decision is yours. Here are a couple more known facts. Officially, the Church regards Gnostics as heretics and dismisses the credibility of these books. Yet they bear similarities to situations in the Bible, but present from a different perspective absent from the New Testament. The Gnostic Gospels discredit Jesus Christ and other saints while narrating their lives. The Book of Sego. The Book of Sego is a medieval tract, likely from the 16th century. It contains teachings on magic, paranormal phenomena, mystical incantations, astrology instructions, and demonology. However, these are probable assumptions. The book's precise meaning remains undisclosed. It's believed to have ties with Kabbalah, a mystical Jewish sect dating back to the 12th century. Many Kabbalists claim their doctrine originates from knowledge and mysteries of the 5th millennium BC. We cannot confirm this, but one thing is sure. This book remains a significant puzzle for modern scholars. Despite most of it being in Latin, around 40,000 cryptic symbols in 36 tables remain undeciphered. Moreover, experts cannot determine the language used within. This book was first discovered in 1551 by the English scholar and thinker John Dee. He was known to be involved in and intrigued by occultism, also acting as a secret agent for the British Crown. Dee claimed to have had a vision on how to decipher the encoded text. Consequently, he dedicated years to unlocking this mystery. He even traveled to Europe, meeting with magical specialist Edward Kelly. So consumed was he by the idea of decoding the book that he allegedly summoned the Archangel Uriel for help, obtaining a bit more insight into the book's history. However, Dee passed away without uncovering the manuscript's meaning. Many claim a curse has been placed on solving the mystery, stating that whoever cracks the code will die within 2.5 years. The subsequent fate of the book remained unknown until 1994. Rumor has it that it was lost and only rediscovered centuries later in England. What surprised many was the discovery of 2 copies, while Dee had asserted the existence of only one. Who created the second copy, and why? What happened to it over nearly 4 centuries? Feel free to share your thoughts on this in the video's comments. The Decretals of Gregory IX. The Decretals of Gregory IX considered one of the most inexplicable and mysterious manuscripts of the past. But before delving into the secrets concealed within its pages, let's first understand what a decretal is and who Gregory IX was. Decretals refer to special decrees by Roman popes, written in the form of responses to specific questions, serving as general rules. Gregory IX, as it's clear, was the Roman pope for almost 20 years, from 1227 to 1241. Gregory IX's decretals comprise a collection of canonical law commissioned by the Roman pope. What's mysterious, mystical, or terrifying about this, you might ask? At first glance, there seems to be no inherent value aside from being a historical reference for canon law scholars. However, closer inspection reveals peculiar illustrations, scenes depicting violence. For instance, a giant rabbit beheading people or geese lynching a wolf. There's even a colossal snail attempting to kill a person. Strange skeletons and incomprehensible creatures. How did such bizarre images find their way into a collection of canonical law issued by a Roman pope? Were they added later? But if so, why on a legal manuscript? The secrets of the worm. As you know, black magic and related practices thrived in the medieval and earlier periods. People inherited and attempted to decode numerous grimoires, guides to occult sciences. Some are unknown to us, and others' existence remains unproven. In the 20th century, writer Howard Lovecraft mentioned a book called the Necronomicon. It was believed to summon dark entities from the beyond. However, the book remains elusive, with some suggesting it was Lovecraft's creation. Nevertheless, some argue that the Necronomicon is actually the book known as the Secrets of the Worm. Its origin is murky and uncertain. According to one version, it was authored by Roman soldier Tertius Sibelius, who served in legions in Arabia and Egypt in the 4th century. It's believed he encountered an Aksumite magician and necromancer named Talim, who initiated Sibelius into chilling cults and rituals, forming the basis for the book. The Secrets of the Worm quickly gained popularity among practitioners of black magic, catching the attention of the Church and Roman emperors. The book was soon officially banned, and during Emperor Theodosius II's reign, most copies were seized and destroyed. However, the book survived among the barbarians on the empire's fringes. It resurfaced in the late 17th century, when a monk discovered it in a British castle, where, according to legend, Sibelius's records from Rome had been transported. The monk brought the book to the Vatican, where he produced a few copies despite the ongoing ban. The first widely known edition was released in 1932. And that's all for today. Don't forget to like this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.